Hi, I'm Tom Lydon, editor of ETF Trends here in Hollywood, Florida at the Inside ETF conference. I'm here with Rolf Agather, who's the Managing Director North America for FTSE Russell. Rolf, great seeing you.
It's always good to be here, Tom. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
There's a lot going on in the business. There's a lot going on with indexing, continuing to evolve. But we have to remember that traditional indexing is still where most of the money's going.
That's correct. And in fact, here at the conference, I'm representing both ends of the time frame. Yesterday, I hosted a Shark Tank breakfast about multi-factor investing, but today I'm giving a talk on 30 years of style investing. It's actually been 30 years since Russell created the Russell Growth and Value Indexes, which by a lot of people are considered some of the early forms of smart beta.
And we can see that when we look at 2,000 ETFs that are out there, but really the top 100 have something like 1.4 trillion of the $2.5 trillion.
That's right.
So again, it's nice to talk about innovation, and innovation I think will continue to grab more eyeballs, but all the basic things, especially regarding costs and the tradition and real numbers, make it real for advisors who are putting money into them, correct?
That's right. These are still very suitable investments. As you say, the majority of assets and flows even are still in some of the early products that were created. Lots of liquidity and again, low cost, as you mentioned.
Briefly, while I have you, we saw large cap for the last 3 years really outperform small cap. And then since the election, boom, small cap and mid cap started to take off. Anything you can share with us about that?
Well, I think we definitely saw a rally leading into the election in the small cap space. Again, remind people to think long term because a lot can happen. There's a lot of dynamics going on with this new administration. Yeah. So I think time will tell, and hopefully people will still stick to their long-term investment strategies as the markets go through this roller coaster.
But we've seen more money flowing into the large cap space, and it seems that, as you point out, I mean, small cap, mid caps, they actually do pretty well over time, in many cases beat large caps over time, correct?
That's right. Yeah. Traditionally, there is a small cap premium. We know that from a lot of the research we do on factors. But again, that's over the long term. People, if they want to capture that premium, need to think about doing that over the long haul.
Just trying to give the Russell 2 a little love.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So let's talk about new strategies. What are some of the new smart beta enhanced strategies that you folks are working on?
Well, like I said, we had a great breakfast yesterday talking about multi-factor products. And if you think about it, when you create a single factor product, you have one thing to talk about. But when you have multiple factors, you now have the ability to combine those in a variety of different ways, different numbers of factors, different weightings in the factors. So it's really opened up a whole world of opportunity for us and for investors to think about tailoring the variety of factor exposures that they can achieve.
As investors become more comfortable in using ETFs in portfolios, do you think we'll see a greater shift to some of these enhanced strategies, especially as we might see more volatility in the markets?
Again, I think it's going to require more sophistication on the investor's part, more education, right? We're well beyond the traditional cap-weighted products when we talk about these strategies. I think there's definitely been a lot of talk about the types of tools now that people need. So I think, looking forward, it's going to be about how can I, come up with better tools for asset allocation across this variety of ETFs.
And FTSE Russell has done a great job in the tools in the education area, and I know, especially with your acquisition of XTF, that has been huge for helping advisors in portfolio construction. So congratulations,
yes.
And Rolf, as always, great seeing you.
Yeah, thanks Tom, great to see you again.